Look at this beauty. This is a rich cake full of cream, yet light and airy. It's ideal for any of your occasions. The first thing you do before you start making the layer is to turn on the oven to preheat to 180 degrees. And then 5 egg whites. We'll use the yolks for the filling. Beat them while gradually adding 5 tablespoons of sugar. After a few minutes of beating, the foam should look like this. Add 1 tablespoon of flour, 5 grams of baking powder, and 100 grams of toasted ground hazelnuts, walnuts, or almonds. The recipe originally uses walnuts, but you can use whatever you prefer. We mix everything gently, and the batter for the first layer is ready. We've placed parchment paper in a 26 centimeter diameter mold, and now we're adding all of this layer batter. After leveling it, we take the layer to bake. The layer is baked. The baking time is between 15 and 20 minutes. Just for your oven, I baked mine for 18. And now I'll slowly use the knife to separate it from the edges to remove the layer. And leave this ring to cool while I prepare the second layer. For the second layer, I again beat 5 egg whites while gradually adding 5 tablespoons of sugar. After a few minutes, when the egg whites are beaten, I add 1 tablespoon of flour, 5 grams of baking powder, and 100 grams of coconut. Now I'll mix that quickly because the coconut tightens up. So with this layer, you have to be a bit faster, because if you're slow, the coconut will absorb moisture and then the whole mixture will be stiff. Then it will be hard to spread in the pan. It should look like this. And now I remove it. It's easier if you prepare the pan a little earlier. I put the entire mixture into the pan. I spread it evenly and take the layer to bake. After 15 minutes, the layer is baked. It should be this light yellow color. Now I'll also separate it from the edges. I'm doing it with the back of the knife. We remove the ring. Look, beautiful. We leave it to cool as well. Let's continue. We're preparing the third layer, for which we need 4 whole eggs, but we separate the egg whites from the yolks, and now we beat the egg whites while adding 4 tablespoons of sugar. After beating the egg whites, add the yolks one by one and 50 milliliters of vegetable oil. We then take a sifter and add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 10 grams of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Instead of cocoa powder, you can also use 100 grams of grated chocolate. We combine everything together, and when everything is nicely combined, the layer batter is ready. Again, we take the pan, place parchment paper, and pour in the entire layer mixture. We level it nicely. After leveling, we tap it like this to release the excess air and take the layer to bake. Next is cooking the filling. Here I have 10 yolks from the first 2 layers, and I add 10 tablespoons of sugar to them. Eight heaping tablespoons of flour. And from 1 liter of milk, I'll pour a little, about 100 to 150 milliliters. The whole mixture should be a bit thicker because when the mixture is thicker, it's easier to break up the lumps, and it's easy to add more milk later. When the mixture is thin, the lumps are hard to break up. The whole mixture should look like this. I pour the rest of the milk into a deeper pot and put it on the heat to boil. When the milk boils, we take one part and slowly pour it into these yolks. Now we'll remove this from the heat. And then we return it all back. We mix it and put it back on the heat to cook. Set it to cook over medium heat and start stirring immediately. If you don't stir, it will immediately stick to the bottom. That's how these yolk and flour creams are. I just turned away for a moment and it already started to catch. You can pause for a few seconds and then start stirring again. When the cream reaches this thickness, you remove it from the heat. As soon as we remove it from the heat, we place plastic wrap on top and let it cool completely. Our third layer is also ready now. I'll also use a knife to separate it from the edges and then remove the ring. Here is how it looks too. When the filling cools, we beat 375 grams of butter. You can use margarine and you can reduce the amount. This is the amount specified by the recipe. I'll put this aside, add the cooled cream, and now I'll beat it a little too. Not much, just a few circles. I return the butter and now I add the cream to the butter. We scrape off this excess from the edges like this, and this unbeaten butter, and we mix like this all the way to the bottom. And now I add the rest of this cream, and when I beat everything together, this part is done. We then divide the cream into 2 equal parts. Then into one part we add 100 grams of dark grated or blended chocolate. And then to the other part we add 100 grams of white chocolate. And now we mix everything together. Before we start spreading the cream on the layers, from this egg-based layer, we remove this top skin. Because if we spread the cream on it, it will separate from the layer. All that's left is to spread the creams. This layer is quite soft and light if you didn't bake it too strongly. If you did, then feel free to drizzle it with a little milk. I will put 2/3 of the chocolate cream on it, actually this one with the grated chocolate. We place the coconut layer on top. Everything is firm enough, so you don't need to use a ring or acetate foil. And here I now put 2/3 of the cream. I'll cover everything with this layer, but I'll flip it upside down, so that everything looks nice and even like this. I will cover the entire cake with the creams that I have left. After I've covered the cake, I'll take it for an hour or 2 to the fridge, and only then will I decorate it. Look at this beauty, rich, full of cream, yet light.